Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Frank Amodeo. I'm an attorney at law, and we're here to talk about a great guy, a personal friend of mine named Joey Catalano. Now, I've known Joey for quite a while. He's been a good friend of mine. I'm his personal attorney. My name is Mr. Frank Amodeo. Okay, so with that being said, I'm troubled. I'm troubled for this reason. There's a show out there, and in this community, there's 30 family shows, but in any event, we got a show out there that's not being not being very nice to Joey. Joey's a good guy. Joey has never, and we're talking about Joey Cavallano. We're talking about Joey, his his channel right there in the chat. Joey, the government tricked him into pleading guilty for something that he was not guilty for. The mens rea proves it. Now, mens rea means innocent mind. Joey has an innocent mind. Joey has never had a guilty thought. He's never done that. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Thanks for being here. My name is Frank Amodeo, as you know. We're here to talk about the innocence of a great man named Joey Catalano. He's got a great YouTube channel. It's called Catalano TV. It's on the chat there. And he's a personal friend of mine. I'm going to be aggressive defending him, defending the facts. Okay? Now, there's a show out there. It's a good show, the bedabbler network. You know, everyone should sub to those two channels, the Dabbler and Catalano TV especially. In any event, the Dabbler guy, thank you very much, Jenny. It's a pleasure to have you. The Dabbler network, he's a good guy, like I said. He's just confused about Joey. He said some things, and I don't blame him. He probably had a bad day at work. His wife probably yelled at him or something like that. All right. I know he had to put some chlorine in his spa hot tub. So, you know, I know the maintenance on those is high. That's not our fault, though. You can't be telling Joey C that his show isn't good. That violates the rules of the internet. It violates the mores of the internet. You can't do that legally. And so we're gonna nip this in the bud. I sent Dabbler Tookie. His name is Tookie. He likes to be called Tookie. Sent him a notice of action in the mail because I, Frank Amodeo, registered attorney, folks, sent him a legal action, and you know he didn't really come back with anything too strong. He just said, well, maybe this, maybe that. You know, we'll address this issue next week, and we're gonna address this issue now. You don't talk to my friends in a negative manner. Joey C, personal friend of mine, is innocent of any and all crimes. Joey C has never even said a bad word in his life, folks. He's good to his mother. He's good to his community. You will cease and desist any negative comments about Joey C or suffer the legal consequences, and they will be fierce. I will land on you like a ton of bricks if you come after Joey C. I hope I am making myself clear. This is just the beginning. Thank you very much, Jenny. I appreciate your support, as always. Great supporter of the channel. And you're a great person, Jenny. These are the facts. The mens rea proves it. Now, mens rea, for people who don't know, means innocent mind. Joey has an innocent mind. He's never even had a guilty thought. He's never done anything guilty. He was tricked into pleading guilty by a corrupt government. By a government that does what they want. Politically motivated. That's this case. We're going to talk facts here. I'm not going to accept any negative talk about Joey C. We're asking for and demanding an apology by the bedabbler network to Tookie. Okay. If they refuse, if they are so bull-headed and refuse, and we're hoping they just hang their head in shame and apologize, that we will accept, because Joey C is independently wealthy. He doesn't need any of Tookie's money, even though, according to my sources, I had a PI check him out. Tookie lives in an upper-class neighborhood, almost a rich neighborhood, upper middle class. He drives a brand new Ford F-150 Lightning. His wife drives a Tesla. They have money. We hope it doesn't come to taking your house, Tookie. We hope you will do the right thing and apologize to Joey C. That's what we're asking for and demanding. Demand is made for a full apology on your channel. This is a sincere apology. And then you will get your friends, and we're talking about the potato. We're talking about the frog. We're talking about all your friends that were on your show. I don't remember who they were. That's how enraged I am. They will also apologize on the air to Joey C and myself. No one should have had to listen to that. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact backed up by documents. And for anyone that has any hesitation on this, I've already encrypted this in the Nexus and Lexus archives for anyone that wants to go through the articles. If anyone has the time, you look on Nexus and Lexus, and those are facts. Like I said, Joey C is a personal friend of mine. I will land on anyone. I will land on you like a ton of bricks if you come after my friend Joey C. I will land on you like a hammer if you come after Joey C. These are facts. We're going to talk facts here. We're going to learn a little bit about the Magna Carta, and we're going to learn a little bit about mens rea, because I think people need this education. Okay? So these are facts. We're going to talk facts here. No one gets to determine the evidence except me. I will be making those decisions. Here we go, folks. Let's learn a little bit about mens rea.
They're divided into parts called elements. And fundamentally, there are two parts, the act element and the mental element. Actus reus, which is Latin for guilty act, is about someone's external conduct.
Guilty act.
Mens rea, which is Latin for guilty mind, is about someone's internal state of mind. The law rarely punishes an act without a wrongful state of mind, and it never.
So you got guilty act, guilty mind. Guilty act, guilty mind. You got mens rea, and you got the other one. These are facts. Teaching you guys how to be good lawyers. Hope you appreciate this. These are facts. We don't deal with facts. We deal with facts here.
Never punishes a wrongful state of mind without an act. That is, most crimes include a mens rea term, and every crime, literally every single one, includes an actus reus term. The two together, actus reus plus mens rea, are the flint and the steel of criminal law. For example, murder is traditionally defined as killing with malice. The actus reus is killing, the mens rea is malice.
So once again, these are facts that Joey C doesn't have a guilty mind. He's never been guilty in an act. These are facts. He's never even had a guilty thought. And this is the man that is being attacked. This is the guy being personally attacked. I don't accept that. You guys don't accept it. I don't believe it. You don't believe it. I don't see it. You don't see it. Be it he, it, me, it, it. My name is Frank Amodeo, attorney at law. Anyone that questions my law degree, my law practice, anyone that questions Joey C is F-rated. That means they are fake, false, fraud, failing, flunky, floozy. They're criminals. And we'll keep going with mens rea here.
mens rea, goes to the very roots of what criminal law is all about. We don't typically punish under American law the person who is driving perfectly responsibly and through no fault of her own kills a pedestrian. Maybe the pedestrian just falls and collapses in front of the car. We don't punish that criminally. We punish the driver who is driving extremely recklessly and runs a pedestrian down, or worse still, the driver who deliberately runs a pedestrian down. Criminal law is about punishing wrong.
And I just want to pause it because this guy is correct. We do not punish people. You have to have a guilty mind, okay? And once again, Joey's never had a guilty mind, never even had a guilty thought. So this nonsense, the government tricked him into pleading guilty. He was not guilty. And by law, he has to say he's guilty. So that's a fact. It's backed up by documents. I have those documents.
Wrongdoing. Acts that cause harm with an innocent state of mind don't merit condemnatory blame. Criminal law is highly concerned with wrongful states of mind. American law is filled with different mens rea terms, each with their own definitional nuances. Yet for all its definitional nuance and complexity, American mens rea law comes down really to two things: intention and gross negligence. Committing a wrongful act, intending the wrongful act, or committing a wrongful act with a level of negligence that shows gross indifference to the rights and welfare of others. Right. Keep those two foundation stones in mind, right, and you'll be able to navigate the complicated waters of American mens rea law. The key idea with intentional wrongdoing is that you either intended the wrongful conduct or you intended to bring about the wrongful result.
So once again, you have to be guilty of wrongful conduct or intend to. Once again, Joey C. was never intended any of that stuff. He's never did any of that stuff. He was tricked into a backyard deal to plead guilty, and that's a fact. Joey C.'s wife is innocent of any and all allegations. Once again, she got backed in a corner too. This is our criminal justice system. There's a lot of room for improvement. We're not saying every courthouse is bad. I'm saying there's a couple of rotten apples that ruin it for the lot. It's our job to fix the criminal justice system in this country. And we will do it. Starts with Joey C. apologizing. Well, Jenny, Joey C., in my opinion, was tricked into pleading guilty for crimes he never committed. He did his time. And once again, the government, I can't really say too much because I will be sued. But Joey C. has always been a good person to me, so I don't believe anything with this case. Everything is corrupt. It's a cancer here. I don't believe anything in this case. There's nothing you believe about this case. But that's a great question, Jenny. Thank you. And like I said, he did his time. He did it. And, he's a real stand-up man. So, that's the facts in this case. Let's keep going with mens rea.
Imagine a foreman at a construction site. It's a hazardous construction site, and there are children who play in the area, and so it's his job to lock the fence up at night so the children don't get in. One day, he gets a phone call, and he's distracted, and he forgets to lock up the gate, and tragically, a child wanders in and falls to his death. Is that foreman civilly negligent for the child's death? Should he or his company be forced to pay damages to the child's family? Undoubtedly, yes. That's an easy case in tort law. Would that foreman count as criminally negligent? Under traditional definitions of criminal negligence, the answer is not a chance. That doesn't come even close to the level of negligence required to be guilty of negligent homicide, that is to say, manslaughter. Now imagine a different scenario. Imagine the site is hazardous and the foreman and the company know that children plays in the area, but they never attempt to take precautions. They never set up a fence. They just take their chances. Well, that shows such indifference to the lives of the children playing in the area that it probably does qualify as criminal negligence and as manslaughter if a child should die. And now imagine a third scenario. Imagine that the foreman never puts up a fence, because he wants one of the children to die. He's trying to bring about the death of a child. Well, that's just murder. That's the wrongful intent required. In all three cases, a child wanders into the construction site and dies. The external situation is...
Sorry, I'm smoking my Cuban, folks. It's been a long day at the courthouse. Let's keep going.
Precisely the same. What changes is the foreman's state of mind. And that makes all the difference between a prosecution for murder, a prosecution for manslaughter, and a civil suit for tortious wrongful death. Summing up, here's the takeaway. Because criminal law is focused on moral condemnation for serious wrongdoing, it matters what's inside people's minds. The psychology of offenders matters. That's why the vast majority of crimes have a mental element, a mens rea term, because mens rea is the greatest tool criminal law has for tracking moral culpability. And while the law of mens rea is complicated, it generally comes down to two things:
guilty mind,
bad intentions,
never had a
extreme
guilty
negligence.
Doesn't have a guilty bone in his body. I'm going to get aggressive up in here, folks. I don't talk about Joey C. I talk about you. Let's take a little break from the mens rea, folks. We'll talk about the Magna Carta in a little while. So Jenny C. had a good question. I hope I answered it. These are the facts of the case. You don't talk about Frank Amodeo's friends, especially when I'm an established attorney. So I will shut my law firm down until this case is settled, until Tookie apologizes to Joey C. for talking negatively about his channel. We don't do that here. Tookie's a good guy. He just, everyone makes mistakes. No one's perfect. Well, Joey C. doesn't make mistakes. Joey C.'s perfect, but everyone else pretty much makes mistakes. And this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're, and the orange didn't do anything to, settle the situation. He just kept kind of rolling with it. So that's not something we can accept. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna need an apology for anyone that was on that stream. And I was gonna review that stream, but it disgusts me so much. And Tookie's a good guy. He should know better. That's where we're at. That's what we're dealing with. I don't accept this. We're gonna deal with it aggressively. And the ball's in Tookie's court now. Okay? He's got to take the wheel and make the right decision. Guide that car down the road, down the bridge. Be a good friend to Joey C. Shake hands, apologize, move forward. We're all friends in this community. No one disparages Frank Amadeo's friends, especially when I'm an established attorney. You'd think they would know better by now, but no. It's up to us to teach them a lesson. And I put a call into Tookie's father. Didn't call me back yet, but I will tell on him because he shouldn't be talking about Joey C. It's he got the wrong guy on the wrong day. That's me, Frank Amodeo. Got the wrong guy on the wrong day. And these are facts. We're going to talk facts here. Facts of the case. All right. I'll be filing motions all day tomorrow about this until we get that apology. It's nice to joke around a little bit, but we should try to be responsible. We should try to be respectful. And, if we can't, I'm going to get aggressive. I don't think you guys want to hear the dog barking, because I will. I don't think you want to see that. Not tonight. Don't wake the dog up. Don't poke the bear. All right, because I'm going to be aggressive with this, folks. You don't question my friends. You don't talk about my friends. Like I said, Tookie's a good guy. But let him off the hook if he apologizes. And we're looking for a good apology. We are doing that. We are looking for a good apology. Okay. I hope I have made myself clear. We'll stay on the air a little while in case anyone has any questions. It's getting late at night. Maybe not in Jenny's part of the world. I think it's morning over there. Am I right? She's about, I always forget. I think she's 8 to 10 hours ahead of us if she's still watching Jenny Wong. She's a true friend, like Joey C. And like I said, you know, bedabbler Tookie, we'll give him a pass if he apologizes. If not, if Tookie refuses to apologize, number one, it will be World War V. Number two, we will take his house. We will do that. I would like a hot tub. I will take his hot tub. Oh, 2 p.m. on Thursday. Wow. That's it's quite the difference. It's midnight here in this land. So that's a big difference. That's why not a lot of people are on right now, but they could watch the replay because people are interested in this. There's a lot of people like myself that are true friends to Joey C. And we band together like the community we are. And when someone makes a mistake, wow, 14 hours. That's great, Jenny. When somebody makes a mistake, we're there to coach them. We're there to make things right. You know, we don't, after Tookie apologizes, we all set. We'll move on. Move on to new business. Okay, let's talk about the Magna Carta. What that means to us. We got a video here. Okay.
Parchment, but it's actually one of the most famous documents in the world.
Yep.
Magna Carta, meaning the Great Charter, has inspired people across the centuries, from Thomas Jefferson to Mahatma Gandhi. But why was the Charter originally created, and what does it actually say? Let us take you back to medieval England. It's the year 1215, and the ruler is King John.
So we're talking about the Magna Carta and what year it came to be. 1215, King John.
Many people believe that King John was one of the worst kings in history. He imprisoned his former wife, he starved his opponents to death, he allegedly murdered his own nephew, and pulled the beards of the Irish chiefs. King John had imposed heavy taxes on his barons in order to pay for his expensive foreign wars. If they refused to pay, he punished them severely or
doesn't sound very nice of him. Let's keep watching.
Seized their property. The barons demanded that King John obey the law. When he refused, they captured London and John was forced to negotiate. The two sides met at Runnymede in June 1215. The result of the negotiations was written down by the king's clerks into the document we know as Magna Carta.
There we go, Magna Carta. Let's keep going.
Although most of the Charter's clauses dealt with medieval rights and customs, Magna Carta has become a powerful symbol of liberty around the world. The most famous clause, which is still part of the law today, for the first time gave all free men the right to justice and a fair trial. No man shall be arrested or imprisoned except by the judgment of their equals and by the...
All right, so that's when they got judges. Let's keep going, folks.
Law of the land. To no one will we sell. However, this clause was not as liberal as it sounds. The Charter only applied to free men. The vast majority of people in 1215 were unfree peasants who were ruled over by their landowners. And although Magna Carta was intended to create peace between King John and his rebellious barons, England was plunged into civil war after the Pope declared the Charter invalid. When King John died of dysentery in 1216, 9-year-old Henry III took to the throne. To keep the peace, Magna Carta was reissued several times during the 13th century until it was finally made part of English law.
Yeah.
Magna Carta has lived on for 800 years and is echoed in the United States Declaration of Independence and the Universal Declaration of Human
Excellent.
Rights.
So that's where we got the
Perhaps Magna Carta's most
that's where we got
important
the Declaration of Independence.
legacy is that everyone, including our leaders, must obey the law. What started out as a document of specific complaints from a group of barons has turned into an international symbol of liberty, without which we might not have the rights we value so much today.
Learning a lot there. Very good. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Be respectful of the Magna Carta. Be respectful of mens rea. Mens rea, once again, for anyone just joining us, means innocent mind. Joey C has an innocent mind. Joey C has never had a guilty thought. Joey C doesn't have a guilty bone in his body. Those are facts. We're going to talk facts here. We're not going to sugarcoat our problems. Anyone that talks negative to Joey C and about Joey C will be dealing with me. Once again, to review, for anyone just joining us, I, Frank Amodeo, attorney at law, I will land on you like a ton of bricks. I will come down on you like a hammer. Okay? So, question me, see what happens. Question my good friend, Joey C. And C, your life will be, I can't even say legally, we're not going to hurt you. We're not going to, I will tie this case up. You'll be dealing with paperwork for the next 30 to 50 years. Your life will be changed. We're not going to hurt you. Your life will be different. You don't question my friends. You don't question me, Frank Amodeo, attorney at law. You respect Joey C. You respect me, Frank Amodeo. It's not negotiable in this country. We learned about the Magna Carta tonight. We learned about mens rea. How is it acceptable? How is it acceptable for this government to make charges stick against a wonderful man like Joey C. that's never even got a speeding ticket, but they threw him in jail on some trumped up charges, made him plead guilty, and made him say to everyone that he's guilty? How could I live with that? I will be overturning that conviction. The government will have to apologize to Joey C. I already filed the 5150s. Thank you very much, Jenny. Trying to take it easy. We just had a long day at work. But I couldn't wait to come here and declare Joey's innocence and declare what will happen to anyone that even thinks about, well, you can think about it, but just don't do it. Don't say anything negative to Joey C. Because I, Frank Amodeo, you guys know what'll happen. I don't need to repeat myself, and I won't repeat myself. Yeah, just test me and find out you got the wrong guy on the wrong day, folks. Okay. All right. So I'm one of the top attorneys in the country. All right. Hey, Mandy, thanks for. Oh, you made your husband a sandwich. No, that's a good wife. That's what I mean, folks. You know what I mean? And I should have been highlighting all these comments, but that's a good wife. And my wife refused to make me a sandwich. And she does make me sandwiches because she knows I will leave her with nothing. So it's a fact. And Jenny says, same here. It's meant to be spring, but it's really hot in Brisbane. That's great. I can't believe we're 14 hours time difference. That's a long plane ride. That's a long time difference. I do represent people in Australia, Jenny, just so you know. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it sounds like he's a good husband. That's what it should be. It should be 50-50. Let me see if I can get some coffee, folks. Coffee! Trying to get some coffee. Hope everyone's having a great night. We should probably end because I made my piece. I made my statement. I made my point. Once again, we'll do a little review and then we'll have a good night. Once again. Thank you, Jenny. You too. Anyone that messes with Joey C, you can consider yourself on notice. I will land on you like a ton of bricks. I will land on you like a hammer. Don't push me. It will be World War V if I hear one bad thing about Joey C. And I want to thank everyone for being here. That includes, but not limited to, Joey C. Stopped in earlier to say hi, hit the button, hit the like button. And that's his channel. For everyone should be subscribing to Joey C's channel. I command it and demand it, folks, respectfully. Also, you could subscribe to the Bedabbler. He's got a great channel too. They both have great channels. Bedabbler, it's just Bedabbler, just how it's spelled. And then Catalano TV, that's right, the first comment there. Two great channels, two great people. So I want to thank Jenny Wong for being a long-term supporter of this channel and me. Victoria, thank you very much for being a great supporter too. Mandy, always a pleasure. You're a great supporter also. And I hope everyone has a great night. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining us. I had a great time. Bye.